Johnny rises. You learn that Esmeralda's unhealthy obsession with the certain pumpkin-headed trickster comes with the terrifying consequences. God damn it, Esmeralda. The flyer is vague, but it says sweets will be provided. Is that a pumpkin on that flyer that brings back bad memories? What do the initials SAPJ on this flyer stand for? Esmeralda, you putting up flyers. I didn't peg you for the flyer type. These are not flyers. They are propaganda recruitment posters. I'm sure you know Halloween is almost here. Organized Halloween holidays normally make me gag, but Halloween is a different. There's so much to not hate about Halloween. What's your favorite part? I love the spooky stories. There's something thrilling about being scared using your own imagination. I can't believe we have something in common, though I prefer my spooky stories to be true. In order to understand the posters, let me tell you my favorite. For your favorite part of Halloween is the tale of Pumpkin Johnny. It captures the best parts of Halloween: madness, mayhem, and murder. And remember the story saying Pumpkin Johnny murdered anyone. If I recall the tale, Pumpkin Johnny was a student at Hogwarts who loved pumpkins. But the other students picked on him and used the Malevolous Chinks to trap his head in the pumpkin. Pumpkin Johnny ran off to the Forbidden Forest and now spends his time exacting revenge on the students of Hogwarts. If you knock on the pumpkin while saying his name 3 times, Pumpkin Johnny will return. Some people say it's just a story. I know he's real. Do you believe me? I believe Esmeralda. In fact, I have seen Pumpkin Johnny for myself. Thought it was Ben in the costume, but it couldn't have been. I believe it was the real Pumpkin Johnny. The closest I came to seeing Pumpkin Johnny was when I dressed up like him to scare you. It will probably be the most worn costume this year. The posters are the reason I asked you here. I'd like to offer you a highly coveted personal invitation. How would you like to join the Society of the Appreciation of Pumpkin Johnny? How exciting! This is precisely what the Halloween season is about. Trust me, what I have in store is not for the faint of heart. Come to the meeting. You said yourself that scary stories are your favorite part. I wouldn't miss it. I'm going to unveil my plan to bring back Pumpkin Johnny. I already told Esmeralda we can't stop what we did with Pumpkin Johnny last time. I want to state for the record I'm not here by choice. Why are you here then? Esmeralda invited me to the Society of the Appreciation of Pumpkin Johnny. Am I too early or too late? You are right on time. Turns out there wasn't much interest in Esmeralda's little fan club. This is it. This is all that showed up. I can't blame. Everyone's already forgotten about Pumpkin Johnny. Don't want to relive the chaos you and Esmeralda created last time. You have got the 3 interested attendees. And I just came to see what turned Esmeralda into a fan, which... I'm not a fan. It's not a fan club. It's a society. But at least you're taking it seriously. Told you I believe in Pumpkin Johnny. So you're trying to return Halloween to its macabre origins and make it truly scary. The students of Hogwarts treat it like a muggle bank holiday. No one's afraid anymore. You think Pumpkin Johnny is the key to restoring fear to Halloween? He's real and he's terrifying. To summon Pumpkin Johnny, then convince him to do my bidding. Ooh, bad idea. That's a bad idea. With my own eyes, he asked me if I learned my lesson. We shouldn't have provoked him again. That's actually quite reasonable advice. I'll take it on advisement, then ignore it. This is going to be the Halloween no one will ever forget. I'm not through talking you out of this, but I'm due at Hagrid's to help harvest pumpkins. Thanks for coming by. Are you ready to harvest pumpkins? In a bit. First, I was wondering, do you happen to know anything about this flyer? She's created a society for the appreciation. It's worse than I thought. I never should have told you the story of Pumpkin Johnny. I have a warning for you. You don't want me to mess around with Pumpkin Johnny? That's right. Anytime Pumpkin Johnny is brought up, bad things happen. I remember hearing about several students who went missing looking for Pumpkin Johnny. Could happen to you if your friends continue down this path. Thank you for warning me. I'll let Esmeralda know we shouldn't mess with Pumpkin Johnny. You're a smart wizard. I knew you would do the right thing and leave Pumpkin Johnny be. Time to tend to me garden. Woof. I've been looking all over for you. What's on? You have to come with me. It's Esmeralda. Something happened to her. Are you alright? It's all on. No, not human. What have I done? She's out of it. How should we get her to calm down? People, perhaps we can yell at her. I'm not sure that's going to calm her down, but I want to see you try. Not human. That didn't work. We'll need to try something else. How should we get her to calm down? Perhaps if we do something unexpected, Esmeralda will snap out of it. Dance. Not human. A valid effort, I suppose. Let's try something else. We shouldn't pressure her. Let's wait it out. Brilliant idea. Your plan worked. Something's terrible has happened. So after the Society of the Appreciation of Pumpkin Johnny ended, you summoned Pumpkin Johnny. Soon after, I had a terrible nightmare. I was in Godric's Hollow. From behind a grave, Pumpkin Johnny appeared and turned my head into a pumpkin. Did something else happen? When I woke up, I felt this urge to go to the graveyard. I couldn't help myself. When I got there, the dream came to life. I saw Pumpkin Johnny. I was excited. I was in the presence of greatness, but then he lunged at me. I moved just in time, but he grabbed my scarf and wouldn't let go. I was nearly strangled, but I got my scarf off at the last second and ran as fast as I could. I knew you wouldn't believe me. What about you? I believe you don't scare easily. I believe Pumpkin Johnny is real. Though that sounds more aggressive than my interaction with Pumpkin Johnny. Your fear seems real, and if Darkos believes you, I do too. I'm not going back there. I was in real danger. And I'll go to Godric's Hollow. We can't just let Pumpkin Johnny roam free. There isn't much time. You set off to find out the truth. Probably was just a ghost. I don't see anything out of the ordinary yet. Just a regular old spooky graveyard. I need to thoroughly search the graveyard. I see something green behind that gravestone. Is it smell the scarf? It's a skeleton, not Pumpkin Johnny. Pumpkin Johnny? Hello there. I knew you were real. Flipendo. See, it's just a skeleton. It's just a skeleton. Meat and Tonks. Tonks, I'm glad to see you. You look like you have seen a ghost, more like a pumpkin. I went to Godric's Hollow to see if I could find Pumpkin Johnny. I needed to see what we were dealing with. When I got there, I was confronted by what looked like Pumpkin Johnny. I said hi. You said hi to the terrifying pumpkin monster. Of all things considered, I wouldn't say it. He appreciated it. He lunged at me. How did your one-in with Pumpkin Johnny make you feel? He didn't act like Pumpkin Johnny of the stories, and he looked different from the last time I thought I saw him. This Pumpkin Johnny doesn't seem like the same one as the tale we have retold. Pumpkin Johnny didn't have a skeleton body in the story we were told. It seems like what Esmeralda and I encountered isn't Pumpkin Johnny after all. That when you knocked off his helmet, pumpkin head, there was a skull underneath. Show sounds like we are dealing with a skeleton, but skeletons don't simply walk around on their own. It's charmed. I don't know much about charmed skeletons, but it doesn't sound good, especially knowing it lunged at both you and Esmeralda. Let's head to the library and see what we can learn about charmed skeletons. Esmeralda has barely come out of her room recently. I found as many books as I could that reference charmed skeletons. We need to be as prepared as possible. I told you I was confused by the skeleton, so I can't imagine how other people would feel if they saw it. Let's dig through these books and learn everything we can. So charmed skeletons are reanimated using Poetotum, Locomoto, or Rose Necromancy. Either way, it requires advanced skills like the time Professor Dumbledore charmed skeletons to dance. The good news is charmed skeletons can be stopped. Going to these books, most offensive jinxes will work. Most offensive jinxes, we have to try Rectus Sempra, the tickling charm. These skeletons will be easy. We may as well have some fun. You know it's never that easy. We should bring more than a tickle to a skeleton fight. We can use a variety of attacks in case the skeleton was charmed with extra resistance. Thanks for meeting us. I couldn't pass up an opportunity to provide additional education to Eagle students. We are interested in a variety of offensive jinxes. It's always wise to brush up on skills you learned long ago. Keep you sharp. Let's practice. We have practiced loads of charms. I haven't done some of those in a while. Now we are ready for anything. Why was it so important to brush up on your offense? Have to stop a charmed skeleton. If you are trying to fight me on Halloween, you should know I prefer treats to tricks. Be careful around this holiday. Tall tales and spooky stories may seem innocent, but they have a funny way of becoming distorted and dangerous. You told him the truth. We are lucky he thought you were joking. Sometimes the truth is too outrageous to believe. Part 3, stopping the skeleton turns out to be more than you bargained for. Alright, Tonks, over there is where I saw the skeleton. It was holding Esmeralda's scarf. I see Esmeralda's scarf. Be careful. Just the scarf, no skeleton. Perhaps you and Esmeralda was seeing things. On Tonks, whatever you do, don't turn around. The charm skeleton is right behind you. The charm skeleton is right behind you. Damn, there's 2. There are 2 skeletons. They are not happy to see us. Let's dodge the skeletons while we decide how to deal with them. Let's cast Immobilus and stop these skeletons. Well, that was unexpected. There's more. So is that alright? We were not prepared for this. It's probably best to regroup before we get swarmed by skeletons. Come on, Tonks. Watch you, that was intense. We only supposed to face one charm skeleton, but not an entire army. Thank you for warning me. I don't know what I would have done if you weren't there, but one thing's for certain, that was clearly not Pumpkin Johnny. Those skeletons wanted to do more than turn our heads into pumpkins. Not only that, we thought there were 2, but now there's 4. What if there are more? We have to come up with a plan for. So it seems we need to have a conversation with Esmeralda. This all started when she left to bring back Pumpkin Johnny. And she was the one who told us about Pumpkin Johnny and Godric's Hollow. Maybe she has more information that can help us. How we approach her could determine what kind of information we get. How should we handle questioning her? We need to be delicate. Esmeralda seemed pretty shaken by her one-in with the skeleton. Esmeralda hasn't been easy to find since I brought her back to Hogwarts. Now that we know we aren't simply dealing with one skeleton, we'll have to find her quickly. Perhaps we would cover more ground if we split up. Sam, let's go find Esmeralda. This is where I last saw Ismelda after her run-in with the charmed skeleton. No sign of her here so far. I can't leave without giving it a thorough search, though. A noise just came from the boat. Ismelda, are you there? Please, I need your help. The Pumpkin Johnny situation has gone complicated. How'd you get up there? Tonks and I have been looking all over for you. That's why I'm here. I went to Godric Hollow to investigate, but I didn't find Johnny. Instead, I was attacked by a charmed skeleton with a pumpkin on its head. Though more skeletons showed up. I know you're shaken, but your experience with the skeleton. Imagine how other people will feel if the skeletons get out. If you know anything about where they came from, now would be the time to tell. I messed with forces I shouldn't have, and things got out of control. I did try to summon Pumpkin Johnny, knocked on a pumpkin and said its name, but nothing was happening, and I grew impatient, so I did something about it. A way to strike fear into people and make them think it was Pumpkin Johnny, so I put a pumpkin on a skeleton head and studied Pure Motum Locomoto to reanimate it, but I was in a hurry and I didn't perfect the charm, its current advance. So instead of charming one skeleton, I charmed more than one. I don't know, I think just the full. I also accidentally made them very more aggressive than I originally intended. To be able to show everyone Halloween is something to be feared again. May have gone out of hand, but your ambition is admirable. Perhaps you should find a positive outlet for that drive. And there's something else. I gathered enough courage to go back to Godric's Hollow. The two skeletons you and Tonks froze were there, but the others were nowhere to be found. The skeletons have already escaped Godric's Hollow. I can't stop the fear, can't stop what I started. Thank you. But we can't do it by ourselves, so we need more help. It's time to reconvene the Society for the Appreciation of Pumpkin Johnny. I can't believe Ismelda's club is still going. I heard there's something happening out near Godric's Hollow. Hi everyone, thanks for joining this emergency meeting for the society. I hope this has something to do with the rumors. Please tell me the rumors aren't true. No, 4 skeletons have been charmed in Godric's Hollow. Tonks and I used Immobilis on 2 of them, but the other 2 have escaped. We need to hurry and track down the remaining skeletons. Before we go, we need to come up with a plan. Alright, we will split up into teams of 2 and search for the skeletons. We'll cover more ground that way and we'll be outnumbered by the skeletons. We should be able to finish them off and be back in time for the Halloween feast. How did these skeletons come to be charmed? There's no time to worry about how it happened. That won't help us right now. We have to focus on stopping the skeletons straight away. Me and Tonks will search Hogwarts, Esmeralda and I will search Hogsmeade. Let's go find the skeletons. Now you know Esmeralda is behind the charmed skeletons. Are you able to stop them before they terrorize innocent people? Any sign of the skeletons yet? Now, yeah, I heard from Ben and Tonks they haven't found them either. Perhaps my hasty pyrototem Lokomoto charm stopped working and the skeletons collapsed. It's possible, but we'll have to keep looking to be sure. Hogsmeade is quite eerie when it's empty like this, but that also means the skeletons aren't here. We should probably move on and look elsewhere. What was that noise? It came from that direction. Wands up just in case. Oh, the skeleton. There's more than 2 skeletons. I may have undercounted the number. God damn, that's way more. We are surrounded. We can't stop them all. Let's come up with an. The game's frozen. Meister's music shop is our only option. We can take cover inside and figure out what to do next. It's probably locked. We need it to get away inside. Cast it quickly so we can get in. Maestro's music shop. That was a close one. 1 second longer and we would have been skeleton snacks. They didn't seem to see us dive in here. If they do, the dough should be kept at them at bay for a little while at least. Never actually been inside Maestro's before. Under different circumstances, we could have a lot of fun in here. No one's meeting the demise. Don't be so sure. This place may be beautiful, but it's just about the worst hiding spot we could find. There are instruments everywhere. One false move could create an awful racket and alert the skeletons. We'll have to stand perfectly still until they move on. I'm sorry. Maybe they didn't hear me. Oh, they definitely did. They definitely heard you. We are trapped. This is all my fault. Save the apologies for later. We have to try and stop the skeletons. Do you remember a spell that's effective against them? Rectum Sempra is an offensive jinx Tonks believed would be effective against skeletons. It works, but we aren't even making a dent. There are too many of them. Wait, look. Is that Pumpkin Johnny? The skeletons, they are leaving. What just happened? They're all gone. There's no sign of them anymore. I couldn't quite see over all the skeletons who saved us. Believe Pumpkin Johnny saved us. I know he was real. I told you I summoned him. I wonder where the skeletons are headed now. We can chase after them in a moment. Just let me catch my breath. Do you remember where Pumpkin Johnny lives? According to the tale, the Forbidden Forest. Correct. I knew you would make a brilliant addition. It's worth checking it first. Holy, there they are. Led them to the Forbidden Forest. They don't see us yet. Now's our chance to put an end to this once and for all. Then again, maybe I can give it one more go at controlling them. You did say my ambition was admirable. That ambition should be put towards something positive. I suppose that was the important part of what you said. Let's work quickly to eliminate the skeletons. We did it. Thanks to you and possibly some help from Pumpkin Johnny. Honestly, I didn't get a good look at him, so I can't say for sure. We may never know the truth, but I chose to believe in Pumpkin Johnny. I didn't mean for things to get out of hand. I just wanted to bring some fear back to Halloween. Mission accomplished. Ismelda, those skeletons were frightening. My days of meddling with powers beyond my control are over for now. Suddenly, a tragic, typical Halloween seems like a brilliant idea. I want to be complete without an appearance by the Society of the Appreciation in Pumpkin Johnny. Let's go to the Halloween feast. A feast is the only way to celebrate a holiday. I lost the Pumpkin Johnny costume. Stay tuned for a special treat. Hi everyone, happy Halloween. There you are. Ismelda was just starting to tell us the spooky story of what happened. We'll be the judge of that. Then let us tell you the whole story. You encounter a slew of skeletons. We may have even seen Pumpkin Johnny. I have my doubts that Pumpkin Johnny is real. Suppose we didn't get a clear look at him. Had to have charmed the skeleton, someone without a pumpkin for a head. Thanks for telling me your scary story. Now we can enjoy this party. For not telling everyone that skeletons were my fault. And it turns out I was able to make Halloween scary for everyone in the society. All that's left to do is figure out how to top it next year. Behind you. Excuse me. Hang on a second. Before the feast begins, I have one trick up my sleeve. And that's the proper use of the charmed skeletons. Happy Halloween, happy Halloween. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Peace.